Do you know why does your Flutter app feel smooth with 20 items but starts lagging when the list grows? Why does your API work fine but scrolling feels heavy? And the answer is simple. You are loading everything at once. In this video, we will deeply understand lazy loading in Flutter. Lazy loading means one simple thing. Don't load what the user cannot see. Instead of fetching or building 1,000 items at once, you load small chunks as the user scroll. Instagram does it, X does it, Amazon does it, and Flutter gives us everything needed to implement it without the third-party packages. Let me show you the mistake I see everywhere. Let's suppose you want to render 1000 item in a list view. Okay. So what I often see, they add a list view in which they have, let's say, a list of 1000 items, right? And now this looks completely harmless. But now when you save the code and run the application, then here Flutter builds all 1000 widgets immediately. Memory usage spikes, frame drop starts, and scrolling becomes junky. This is not lazy loading. Lazy loading means load only data which user can see. So for example, let's say you want to implement the lazy loading in your application. Then lazy loading in Flutter starts with one widget, that is ListView.builder. So here you can remove this code and here you can simply mention ListView.builder. Now here for item count, you can simply mention 1000. Now here we need to add the item builder, right? And item builder need context and index. So here add that, and then from here simply return the list style which will have a title in which we simply show the item with their index value. So what is happening here? Here the thing is that Flutter now builds only what's visible on the screen and it reuses widgets while scrolling. This alone solves 60% of the performance issues. But this is still UI level lazy loading, not data level. Okay, then you can ask that what is the actual difference between UI lazy loading and data lazy loading. So the important distinction between them is that UI lazy loading means widget builds on demand and data lazy loading means data fetched on demand. Real apps need both. So now let's build true infinite scrolling, right? So to detect when the user reaches to bottom, we need to use a scroll controller. So come above here and here create a new controller and it's scroll controller. So here simply mention final, then scroll controller, then let's name it as controller and then initialize it with the scroll controller. Okay, and then here also create a one variable in which we will store our data. So here simply create a list type of int, and inside this list we will initially add the 20 items, right? So here simply mention list.generate, then here add the 20, and then in each iteration we will add an index. Okay, now this is perfectly fine, no issues here. Now here we need to add the init method, okay, so that inside the controller we can add our listeners. Okay, so here add the init state, then here simply mention controller, then call the add listener method of this controller, and then here call a function as on scroll. Then come outside of this init method and here create this on scroll method. Okay, now in this method, we will load more data when the user reaches to the end of the screen. Okay, so here simply add a condition that if controller dot position dot pixel, right, its value is equals to controller dot position dot max scroll extent. Okay, so what this condition means, let's say we have the controller height as 200, okay, and initially when user goes to the screen, then the height of the screen is 100. Then when user is scrolling and he reached to 200 height, in that case we need to load more data, right? So here call this load more data. So basically here what I'm trying to say, when the scroll reaches to the bottom, we need to load more data, right? Now come out of this scroll method and here create a new method as load more, and this is going to be a asynchronous function because here we will add a circular loading thing. So here add the await and then here manually add a delay of 2 seconds. Okay, so basically this is a fake API call, that is why we are doing it. Then After this, here simply set the set state, and then we need to add the new items in our this items list. So here create a new variable as final next items, and then do the same thing. Here again generate the new list with this list.generate thing, and the item count, let's say add 20. And then the thing is that 20 items is already loaded, right? And when we are trying to load more data, in that case we need to load 21st index, right? So here simply mention items dot length, because initially the items length is 20, and now we are adding the I value. So when this function is get called next time, then it will generate 21 to 39, and when we call it again, then it will generate to 41 to 59. Okay, so this is the thing. Now after generating the item, we need to add all these items inside our items array. So here simply call items dot add all, and then here call the next items, and now our data is loaded. Now remove everything from this body part, and here simply mention the ListView.builder. Then here for controller, here add the controller. Then for item count, here the item counts value will be changed dynamically. Okay, so here simply mention items dot length and then +1, because we need to show the loading indicator. Because the thing is that, let's say in our items array we have 20 items, right? Then this list view builder will show 20 items, but we are not trying to do that thing, because if list is reached to its end, then we need to show a loading indicator. That's why we are adding one in this item count. Okay, then here add the item builder, and here mention the context and index. Then afterwards, here simply mention a condition that if index is equals to items dot length. In this case, if this condition is true, then we are at the end of the list, and here we need to show a circular progress indicator, right? So from here simply return a padding widget, and then for padding, here add the padding of 16 from all the side, and then for its child, here add a center widget, and then return a circular progress indicator. And if this condition is not true, then we will simply return our list style, in which we have a title, and as the title we will add a text widget which will say item and the items index. Now this extra item at the end shows a loader, and this is exactly how infinite scroll works in production app. Like if you save the code and run the application, then you can see when I scroll to the end of the list, then we are seeing a circular progress indicator, and after the 2 seconds we are having 20 new items in our list. And when I again scroll to the end of this list, again we have 20 more items in our list. Now here is one thing which I want to highlight: never try to load data multiple times, because here if you see in this method, I have added the condition, and as you seen, this condition is working perfectly fine, but maybe this condition can fire multiple times, right? So to fix this issue, what we can do, we can create a variable as is loading. So come above here, and here create a new variable as is loading, and here add its value as false. Now come inside this load more method, and here simply add a check that if is loading value is true, right? Then simply return from here, because now we don't want to load more data. And then if its condition is false, then the data is loading, and we need to make it value as true, the is loading value as true, right? So here simply mention is loading is equals to true, and when the data is loaded and our items are added in this items array, then we need to set the is loading value to false. So here simply mention is loading is equals to false. So this one condition prevents duplicate API calls, right? Now in the real apps, you usually use page limit or has more kind of logic, and the example code for this I have added the link in the description, and you can find that example code there. Now the same way we added the lazy loading in list view, the same thing you can do in the grid view, because in the grid view we also have the builder which works same like the list view. And if you want that video like the lazy loading in grid view, then I can provide that thing to you. You can comment it down, right? So the final takeaway is that lazy loading is not optional. If your app loads large data sets, fetches network data, and feels slow while scrolling, then use lazy loading. So if this video helped you understand lazy loading properly, like the video and subscribe to Widget Wisdom. In the next video, we will cover custom scroll view and sliver app bar. So I'll see you in the next one. Till then, bye bye.